Welcome, I'm so glad you're here. This is the beginning of a tutorial series explaining the power of large language models, such as ChatGPT. Today, we will talk about what ChatGPT is, and then we will create an account for you to begin to use ChatGPT. So, what is ChatGPT? It is a generative pre-trained transformer. So it is a large language model, or LLM, created by OpenAI. Its first version was released in 2018, and in November 2022 is when it launched GPT 3.5, or what we know today is ChatGPT. So what exactly is a LLM, or a large language model? It uses natural language processing to predict the next word. So how exactly does it get the next word that you want? Well, it is pre-trained on over 500 million books, which is trillions of words of text, as well as other sources including GitHub and Stack Overflow. In order to create this, it took a lot of processing power from supercomputers and took months to create. And that's the equivalent of one computer running for 300 years, which is a lot. As of October 2023, it currently has 180 million users, and it cost OpenAI $750,000 a day just to run it. It can perform a variety of tasks and has an IQ of 155. But don't be fooled that it's book smart. It does not know everything and makes lots of errors, so you want to double check its output and authenticate it with your own work. Now that we have a broad overview of what it is, let's create our own account. Now let's get started. I'm going to go to chat.openai.com, and once I get here, I'm gonna create an account. So I'm gonna sign up and go through the sign up process. You will then need to verify your phone number, and once you enter the verification code, it will successfully create an account for you. So you can ask ChatGPT a variety of things, and its history goes up to January of 2022. And we can have different conversations. Over in the left here it says new chat, and it's gonna give all your history of your previous chats. So let's start with a question saying, what is ChatGPT? It's then gonna generate a response that it is a generative pre-trained transformer. That's what it stands for, using GPT 3.5 in this case, and it has data available up to January 2022, and you can ask it a variety of things. So what can it do? Let's ask. So it outputs the variety of tasks that it can do and that you can ask it, from basic questions to explaining concepts to translating text to complicated conversations. As you see here, I'm not going to go into all of them, but it can do a variety of things. Let's ask, are the New England Patriots good at football? And you see here, before I enter it, I spelled England wrong and I didn't capitalize it. But will it pick it up? Yes, it does. It knows that they're in the NFL and they've won a lot of Super Bowls. So if I say a question like, how many Super Bowls have they won? And I'm typing it incorrectly again, but it's gonna pick up my errors and it lists all 6 Super Bowls. And it's also important to remember that yes, this is good, but sometimes it's incorrect. So I'm just gonna go to Google and say, how many Super Bowls has New England won? and it's 6, so in this case it matches ChatGPT's answer, which is great. That's not always the case, so it's good to verify your output. And we see here on the left hand side, we have a conversation called What is ChatGPT? We can rename it or we can delete it if we're finished with it. Now let's go to a new conversation. And I'm going to ask it to write an email about what class I should take. And I'm going to give it some more specifics to say that I'm a computer science senior at Notre Dame. So we'll see it compose a draft email. And here's an email draft to a potential advisor, but like you shouldn't just use GPT to create an email because A, it's not good, and B, it's not personal. And it just comes up with, I'm interested in all of these topics, even though this might not be the case. So I can refine it to say, I am interested in artificial intelligence. And then it changes the email a bit and talks about AI professors and research opportunities, which is very interesting because I'm doing AI research right now and I take classes with professors related to AI. Now let's say I'm an advisor. How would I respond to this email? Funny enough, they give a list of classes, and I'm actually in natural language processing right now. Some of these classes don't exist at Notre Dame. However, it drafts a simple response. So the purpose of this is to not have ChatGPT write an email, but show the power of the things that ChatGPT can do. Let's create a final chat and say, write a hello world program in Python. And I do this and it does it, and you can copy the code. It's one line, so it's not really helpful. But it shows you that it works with code. Now let's say, write a program that adds 2 numbers. And it does it here. But let's say I wanted it in a function. I could say put it in a function, and it would know that it is referring to the program that is adding 2 numbers, and there you have it. It's in a function. And let's say I wanted to do something more advanced. I could say put this all in a class, and it would do that for me. So this is very basic, but it's the power of what it does, and then it can also explain what the code does. And you can even ask it to explain it in further detail. So, can you explain it in further detail? And it does it, and it breaks it down segment by segment of what each part does. So that's cool. And there you have it. Those are 3 conversations using ChatGPT. So feel free to explore on your own and create an account. And as always, you can go back to your previous conversations and you can delete them as well. Next time, we will learn how to ask ChatGPT the right questions in order to get better results. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.